If you have to ask, are these numbers real? You already don't trust them. Hi, I am Rahul Agarwal. I work with sourcing team and I have felt that pause on the call. The polite silence after a supplier says PPM is under 500, on time is 98%, capability is stable, and your mind is saying, show me the data. Because you know one wrong number can cost a production stop, emergency freight, or a disappointed customer. Today, let us discuss a simple truth. Numbers do not create trust. Trust is created by how we create numbers. Many of you are exploring suppliers in India with great potential, but you need clarity, not just good quotations. When numbers are unclear, you carry the stress. You over communicate and keep a backup supplier, and you always pad the lead times. That is all expensive. This constant doubt quietly eats your time, your credibility within your organization. So, why do real numbers feel so rare? Different definitions. One team measures on time at X works and you expect the door delivered at your place, but both claim 98%. Sampling blind spots. The capability index looks fine because the data were from the day shift with the most experienced operator. Night shift tells another story. Measurement gaps, two gauges, two results. Without a simple MSA or gauge R&R, even honest teams argue. Spreadsheet optimism, end of month adjustments, rounding or we will fix it soon culture makes reports look cleaner than reality. Incentives. Stoppers feel fear losing business, so they share the best version of the truth. Buyers fear escalation, so they accept it for now. Most issues are not about cheating, they are about misalignment of definitions, methods, and incentives. Trust does not begin with the supplier's numbers, it starts with your shared method to create those numbers. Most disputes disappear when both sides watch the same process at the same time and use the same definition. Alignment beats enforcement. Use the 4P truth framework: purpose, process, proof, pattern. Purpose. Why are we measuring this? Agree on the exact definition. For example, on time means delivered to our dock by the promised date. PPM is equal to customer line rejection per million shipped in the last 3 months. The second P is process. How is it measured? Make it observable. For example, which gauge, what is the frequency? Which shifts, who records, what is the sampling plan? Third P, proof. What evidence supports it? For examples, time-stamped raw data, calibration records, furnace or CNC parameter logs, receipts for steel heat lots, photos of setup and operator sign-offs. Fourth P, pattern. What does it look like over time? For example, 12 weeks trend, not 1 week. Capability over all shifts. First pass yield trend. Correlation with toolware or material batches. Quick checklist you can use on any claim. Show me the raw file, not just the chart. Let us watch one run end to end, unplanned. Compare day versus night shift results. Check one independent trial, energy log, scrap bin, tool change log are incoming material heat numbers. Agree on one shared dashboard, small and simple, before you scale. The big idea is to stop chasing perfect numbers. Design a shared way to create honest numbers. You have to trust the method, not the slide. Define once, observe together, and let the pattern speak. Make it easy to tell the truth even when it is not pretty. On your next supply review, could you spend 30 minutes aligning purpose, process, proof, and pattern before discussing price or capacity? You may save months of firefighting. I care about how numbers turn into dependable supply. Tell me, what is the one metric in your supply base that you still do not fully trust, and which P is missing? Purpose, process, proof, or pattern? Thank you, and see you in my next video.